Satnam and welcome. Welcome to the practice Becoming Like Angels. And so yes, this whole practice is going to be able, you can do it from seated position. You will get modifications for those few things that are going to be off a chair. We can have a modification so that you can stay in the chair the whole time. If you're in a sofa or bed or chair, make sure that you have something in front of you so that you can slap in front of you, because one of the parts of the Kriya is going to be that kind of thing. And like every Kundalini class, we're going to open with an opening mantra, and then we're going to close with a closing mantra. And in between, we're going to have some breath work, then a practice part, which is called a Kriya. And then there's going to be a relaxation and a meditation, which today is going to be for universal peace and healing. Anything that you do, just listen to yourself. Listen to where you are today. Listen to if you want to have something that relaxes you, or is it a moment where you want to be energized, or is it something where you want to kind of stand up and kind of rise up to a next level. So if there's a moment where you feel like, okay, I can really go to my edges, then you can do that. But even when you do that, I would recommend that you come to your edge, and then you kind of feel what the edge feels like, because you don't have to go over your edge. By practicing regularly, that edge will naturally expand. There's no need to push over. And whenever we push over, we always risk of, it could be physically just pulling a muscle, or it could just be something that drains your energy rather than empowers you. And the point of this practice is to give you life force, to empower you. What they say is that the old yogis are not aging because they are receiving more prana energy than what they are giving out. So that's what we are. That's the idea of this practice, that we are making our body into a temple that can absorb more life energy from around us, so that we can have a clearer mind and a healthier body, and that we can connect with the energetic universe around us. So enough of talking. You can come to a comfortable seated position where you can keep your spine straight, and where you can relax so that your heart can open easily, so that you don't have to keep pulling yourself up. And if you can, keep your knees lower than your navel center. So that means that maybe you have to have some, I'm sitting on cushions, so that's also really good, so that you can easily sit and your focus is not all the time being pulled towards trying to manage an uncomfortable position, but just really to be in a comfortable position where you can easily have your spine straight and your heart and shoulders open and relaxed. And if you want, you can close your eyes and just feel how you feel. Feel how breath is coming in through your nostrils, brushing the little hairs in your nose, and then breathing out. And with every breath, you can take it a little bit deeper. So the next breath can expand your breast cage and your rib cage. And you can even just lift your shoulders and just expand it, and then relax out. And most of the time we're breathing through our nose, but if you want to sigh, that's okay too. And with the third breath, we are engaging also our diaphragm. So the diaphragm is expanding with the breath in, and really feeling that massage out with the breath out. And with the fourth breath, we can take the breath all the way out, down to the belly, allowing the belly to expand, allowing the sit bones to root deeper into the ground. And with the out breath, just feel the lightness in your body, lightness of letting go and relaxing into the moment here and now. And continue with the long, deep breathing in your own pace, feeling how you're filling your body like with a jar pouring in air and then allowing the release and lightness. Just feeling you're in more and more. And with the next breath, we're going to change it into a little bit more conscious breath or changed breath. So feel how you're sipping in air through a straw-like mouth. If you can make a U-shaped tongue, you can do that, or just an O-shaped mouth. And through your nose out. And this straw-like tongue or mouth is called Sitali breath, and it's a cooling breath. It clears your lungs, it boosts your immune system, and it engages your pelvic floor and even sort of massages the Kundalini energy that is dormant in our belly and in our spine, the lower spine. Yeah, you're doing really great, everyone. See if you can find the rooting towards the ground from your sit bones and your pelvis, allowing the shoulders and the rib cage and the heart to relax. A gentle neck lock so that your spine is straight and the energy can spiral upwards freely without obstacles. Yeah, exactly. And if you start yawning, that's only a good sign. That means your vagus nerve is starting to activate, which means that your parasympathetic nervous system is engaging and you're starting to relax. And why it's really good is that you can't activate it by telling it to activate with words. Also, just sleeping or resting doesn't activate it. So we actually need to do something like a breath work or yoga practice to engage it. Last 2 times. And last time. And after you finish, then create a Gyan Mudra, which is the thumb and the index finger touching, and just lay them on your knees and just feel how you feel. A moment of meditation, a moment of stepping backwards to become the observer of this situation. More and more the thoughts and the events of the day kind of sound more distant, as if they were underwater, and you can hear more how you feel, and your thoughts, your energies, your focus is arriving here together with your body to have it the same time in the same space. And let's bring our hands in front of our heart, and you can rub your palms together for a little bit. And let's start preparing for our opening mantra. And the opening mantra is called Adi Mantra. And what we are chanting is Ong Namo, O-N-G, Namo Gurudev Namo. And it's in Gurmukhi language. It's a poetic Punjabi language. It means I bow to the highest teacher. And we're kind of bowing to open a state of learning. And you could even call it a state of altered perception. It's a sacred space, if you want to call it. And it's a meditative space. And if it's a new mantra for you, you can just listen and then join in if you want to. There's no need if you don't want to chant. And just taking a deep breath in and deep breath out. Feeling your spine straight and relaxed shoulders, released and slightly tucked in neck. And take a breath in and bring your eyes to the third eye point, which is just above the eyebrows in the middle. And breathing out. And with the next breath, let's chant together 3 times. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the highest teacher within me, my highest consciousness. Last time. Take a deep breath in now. Hold your breath. Squeeze your root lock, anus, 6 organs, and navel center. Just gently scoop in and upwards. Bring that presence and consciousness into this moment. And breathe out. And bring your hands to your knees. And let's start with our warm-ups. So to begin with, let's start doing our Sufi grinds. So we're going to do rotations with our pelvis, or with our stomach actually. You can feel your navel making a circle. Just gently massaging the lower organs, opening up the pelvic bones and warming up the muscles. And if you feel like expanding it all the way to your rib cage, then you can start massaging the lower rib cage and the spine by opening up more the heart, and then also with your shoulder blades. You can feel how they distance from the back and come together in the front. And now you can also bring the breath in, breathing in when you go forwards and breathing out when you go backwards. And if you want to close your eyes, that's okay. In fact, the whole class you can have your eyes closed. And everything we do is a meditation in motion. So find that rhythm that for you brings the meditative quality into the practice. Slowly bringing this to an end, and then let's change sides, go to the other direction. And again, you can start with the pelvis and the navel making circles, and then if you want, expanding it to the top part of your spine, engaging the shoulder blades and the breath. Feeling also how your neck is getting a massage. And really think about it as a massage. A juicy, lovely movement. And the last 2 times. And then slowly starting to make your smaller and smaller and smaller circles. All the way so that you come to a small dance in the middle. And then finding the rest. And take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And breathe out. For the next warm-up, if you want to do cat-cow, then you can do that. You can go to all fours. So that would mean I can demonstrate. So the cat-cow would be this kind of a position. So curving up and then curving down. If you want to stay seated, then that's okay. I'm gonna demonstrate the seated position, but cat-cow is also really good to do. It's great for the spine. It really gets all your glandular system resetted. So I recommend it. But for the seated position, you can grab your knees or you can grab your shins. And we're gonna do spinal flex. So what we're gonna do upper body spinal flex. So let me demonstrate like this. Using the hands to push forwards and then hands to really stretch backwards. And breathing in when you come forwards and breathing out when you go backwards. And here, don't lift your head. Just keep your head straight. So you're actually going to get a bit of a stretch in the back of your neck when you come forwards. So this is the spinal flex that you can do. Otherwise, let's start with the cat-cow, however you want to do. Breathing in when you go forwards or upwards, and breathing out when you go backwards. And again, we're just moving the spine. And when we're moving the spine, that is really very beneficial for all the spinal fluids. Yeah. And if you're doing the cat-cow exactly, you can go all the way up, and you can even start slowly and then speed up if you want to. We're gonna be here for a few minutes, so you can just find your rhythm, and after you're warmed up, you can either continue with the more massaging and relaxing, or if you want to have a nice boost, then especially the cat-cow is a very good way of boosting energy into your system when done a little bit more active. Yeah. This is a very safe practice. There is nothing that can come out of place when you're doing it. Exactly. Finding a rhythm is good, even if it's a slow rhythm. So when you achieve a rhythm and a constant rhythm, then you can kind of go into a meditation, and you can even chant Sat Nam, Sat Nam, if you want to add an extra layer to the meditative quality of the movement. One more minute. And now if you can activate your breath, so more sort of engaged breath in and engaged breath out. If that feels comfortable, if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to do it. The more activated breath is a kind of internal massage for your organs. And it also creates a vacuum in your lungs, which clears out the lungs, the really tiny aeoli, which are usually kind of stagnant. They kind of collect and they don't get cleared with our normal breathing. So when you do more active breath, the tiniest aeoli are getting cleaned up. So last 2 times. Last time. And now breathe in, hold the position, extreme position, with the spine stretched. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs, and navel center. Tiny squeeze, and then breathe out and come to the opposite. Empty your lungs completely. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs, and navel center. Just a tiny bit. And then breathe in and come to the center. And for a moment, put your fingers into Gyan Mudra. Come to seated position if you're in the cat-cow. And just a tiny meditation of feeling how you feel. Allowing that energy that has been stimulated to find its place. Allowing it to go where it needs to go. And you just take a moment of listening to the space around you and your body, how it feels. Observing where the energy and how it is, without any attachment to it, just an observation. You can keep your eyes closed if you want, but keep the seated position, and bring your hands to your shoulders so that the 4 fingers are in the front and the thumb is in the back. In the back. And feel that you're having a little bit of a lift so that your ribs are a bit arched, just a tiny bit, kind of a stretch up. And then we're breathing in when we go left and breathing out when we look to the right. And this is also a sniff, so sniff in and sniff out. Gentle sniff or active sniff, however you want. And this is really an axle, so you're just otherwise staying completely upright and straight, just a rotation from one side to another. And keeping your elbows up and your neck and your throat are relaxed. And here you can close your eyes and even chant Sat Nam, Sat Nam. If that feels like something that adds something positive to your practice. Yeah, you're doing really great. Last 3, last 2, last 1, and come to the center. Take a deep breath in and now bring your elbows up and reach up, up, up without breath. Hold in, squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs and navel center. Gentle scoop, holding in the breath just a moment. And then breathing out and bringing your hands again back down on your knees, either open or in Gyan Mudra, whichever you feel. Receiving the energy with your palms. Allow that energy to settle. Great work. Now you can move a little bit or take a sip of water. If you need to change your seated position, we will start our Kriya. So here you can also sit in a rock pose on your knees. However feels good. Let's wait so everybody's back. So it's gonna have it's gonna have 4 parts. And yeah, you can have a pillow or something in front of you or something great. So the first part is that you will bring your left hand up like you're taking an oath. Oh, the AI is involved. So left hand up and then bringing your right hand in front of you. Oh well. And so here we're gonna take so we're gonna take a long breath in through our nose and the breath out through our mouth. And you can close your eyes and we're gonna start lifting our hands up and down. And you can do it in the same time as the breath. And here we're gonna be a little while, so just find a meditation. And if it gets uncomfortable, then try to not lose that meditative quality to it. So continue with the breath. And what it says here is that any discomfort that you feel, you are feeling it now so that you don't have to feel it in your life. So think about it as a few minutes of possible discomfort here so that you don't have to feel that same discomfort in your life. I would suggest that you just think of it as a very gentle, easy practice. Breathing in slowly through your mouth, in through your nose and out through your mouth. and very, very gentle. Rooting your seated position, feeling a strong lower body, allowing the shoulders and the heart and the rib cage to be easy and relaxed. You can even slow it down. Yeah. So it's really a sort of a gentle movement. 30 degrees up and 30 degrees down. There's no race here. And it is said that this is a powerful Kriya, powerfully transforming, that will give you the health and the internal energy to live from your angelic nature. And the idea is that while we sort of raise the frequency of our being, we become like little lighthouses in the world, beacons of positive energy, supporting the world that is now quite in upheaval, with a lot of injustice and confusion and chaos. And that kind of energy wants to sort of drag us down with sadness or disassociation. So it becomes really relevant to practice something that elevates our frequency so that we can stay up above all that muddled confusion. And we don't do it just for ourselves, but we do it for the general atmosphere of the world, so that we can stay clear-headed and resourceful, so that we can support others. And if there's any distress now in your shoulders or in your hands, just breathe prana into it. Breathe in, support, and breathe out, actively breathe out. Let go all the discomfort. We're more than halfway there, much more than halfway there. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And here we're really pranazizing our body, so we're actively bringing more prana into our body. And it is said that the more we can take in prana into our system, it sort of burns out all our neuroses. We kind of lift above all the neuroses that we have, all the hookups and loops, even all old trauma and old pains and wounds. It's not that they disappear, but they don't matter anymore. They don't affect us anymore so much. And rather than becoming a negative influence in our lives, they become wisdom, an ability to feel compassion and relate to others in pain and trouble. Last minute is starting very soon. You're doing really great. This is the challenging part of this Kriya. After this, everything is much more easy. You can deepen your breath. Last seconds, we're almost there. Take a deep breath in and bring your hand up to the leveled place. Breathe in and hold your breath. Squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs, and navel center. Reach out with the hand, squeeze everything in your body. Gently. And breathe out and bring your hands down to your knees. And observe how you feel. And now let's do the other side, bringing the right hand up and the left hand up in front of us. And now we're just going to stay here much less time. So again, closing your eyes and doing long deep breathing through your nose and out through your mouth, and bringing your hand up 30%, down 30 degrees, and then up 30 degrees. Actively breathing through your nose. And out. Really sucking in that prana energy. Fill the cup, fill the batteries. And with the breath out, sighing out, you really release all that energy that has been stuck into your system, stuck in your cells and in your fascia. All those memories, encapsulated thoughts, and unexpressed emotions can just let go with a sigh. We have only a little bit over half a minute left, so you're almost there. Just a few more seconds. Last 2 times. Last time. Breathing out, and then bring your hand to the center point. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs, and navel center. And breathe out. And bring your hands in your lap, like one palm on top of each other, and put them in the lap. And let's start rotating our shoulders, however way you want to rotate your shoulders. Again, you can keep your eyes closed if you want. Just bringing mobility into the shoulders and the neck area, releasing any tension that was created through that practice. It's quite heavy on the shoulder girdles, so just bringing that out there. And slowly coming to an end. And then for the next one, we are bringing our elbows to our ribs so they can relax there. And then the palms are, so the hands from the wrists are a bit more active. So otherwise the hands can be relaxed, but there's an active holding of the wrists out. And now you can either close your eyes or have a little bit of a half moon slithering, eyes open, looking at your nose. And the difference about cross-eyed and looking at your nose is that when you cross your eyes, you can see your nose double. So then you know that you're not looking at your nose, but you're doing cross-eyed. Otherwise, actually, I need to take my glasses off. Just close your eyes, or you can have a little tiny slithering so that you can see your nose. And then we're breathing in through our nose, kind of like a breath of fire. So very sort of active out in through our mouth, and then active out through our mouth. Again, here we are very actively bringing prana into our system. And detoxing the body from all the excess toxins that are maybe left in. Breathing that kind of this way in through our nose and out through our mouth is really detoxing the blood from carbon dioxide and other. And you can slow it down. You don't have to do as fast as I can, as I do. But if you want to do very active breathing, you can go as fast as you want. Doing great. Last 5 times. Last 4 times. Last 3 times. Last 2 times. And last one, take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Squeeze your root block, anus, sex organs, and navel center squeezing gently upwards and inwards. Really pushing that vacuum into your cells so that you can really purify your system. And then breathing out. Bringing your hands to your knees. And just breathe normally. Feel how you feel. And then for the next one, you might want to flutter your eyes open for a while so that you can see. So you can take a pillow like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay in the same position. Or you can be also on the floor. That's really fine. But you can have a chair or a pillow. And now we're going to start slapping as actively and as hard as we can. And here we're going to engage our our belly, and we're gonna make a kind of smile, but we're not gonna move our jaw, and we're gonna do with our tongue har. So what we actually just do is panting with, slapping with our hands, pushing with our navel, and doing with the tongue har. So let me demonstrate. Har, 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 har. Yeah? So we're gonna do that for about 3 minutes. So let's start. You can also do it on the ground if that feels nice. Just take out all your energy, all your anger, all your frustration, but also maybe just focus on the actual practice, what you're doing. Har, 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 har. Har, 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 har. Continue in your own pace. You're really clearing out anything left in your lungs, in your throat. It's clearing your throat chakra, and you're really trying to move the energy, because we've been rising up a lot of energy, so now you're grounding. So the panting down is really good to do it very strongly, so that you're really grounding your energy down back to the ground. And the Har mantra means creativity. It's the creative power, or the creative aspect of God, if you will, but it's a creative power in the universe. So we're really grounding it down, and you could even think about this as kind of part of our angel practice. We can push down to the ground, and at the same time we're launching our creative force into the ether, into the air. Har, 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 har. Keep pumping the navel as the engine for your har, 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 har. And be clear with the tongue, good articulation of the R, and the tip of the tongue is touching the palate of your mouth. Har, har. That way it's activating some meridians, and this is really also activating your meridians through your hands and your fingers. Har, 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 har. And you can have fun with it. It's not that serious. You can take out frustration. Just be sure that you're firm with it. As long as you're having fun, as long as you're pushing out your anger, your frustration, but just be firm with it. Last 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, and now just push the fingers and hands to the ground. Push, push, push. Take a deep breath in and squeeze everything in your body. So you're pushing down to the earth, pushing away and pushing everything, every part of your body, holding the breath a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. And now we're going to do a cannon breath through our mouth to relax. And then we're going to do it again. You're going to push down to the ground, take a deep breath in, squeeze every muscle of your body, holding your breath. We should be here like 15-20 seconds. That's a lot, so I don't think we're going to be that long. But when you can't do it anymore, then we're going to do a cannon breath out through our mouth and really release big time. And then last time, hands down, breath in, squeeze every single muscle of your body, holding that breath. Really, really, really locking into that frequency of light. And kind of breath out. And then you can take a deep breath in and just calm down on your back to a relaxation. You're gonna do a short 3-minute relaxation. If you want to do an active, a more active form of meditation, you can sit and meditate, but I would recommend lying down so that you can really relax. And you can do a little bit of starfish so that your palms are open and your hands are a bit open and your legs are a bit open. You can put socks on so that you stay warm. And just finding a way that you can be comfortable and not have to move so much. The less we move, the more the subtle bodies can do their work and the energy can go where it needs to go. And where is my timer now? And the thing is that when we don't interfere in the process, it can be more efficiently doing what it needs to do. So allowing your head to relax, eyes falling deeper in the sockets, allowing your jaws to relax, your throat and your neck can relax, allowing the tongue to fall deeper into your mouth, the teeth may be separating from each other, allowing sighs to come, breathing deep in and out if you need to and want to, whenever that comes. Allowing your chest to relax and your shoulder blades, your shoulder girdles and your arms are relaxing and every single finger is relaxing. Your rib cage and your diaphragm is relaxing. Your belly and lower back are relaxing. Your hips and your psoas are relaxing. Your buttocks and the pubic bone is relaxing. Psoas and the thighs are relaxing. The back of the knees are relaxing and the top of the knees are relaxing. The lower legs are relaxing, heavily resting on the ground. The whole foot is relaxing on the floor, all the way from the ankles, the heel, the top of the foot, and the soles of the feet, and every single toe is relaxing. Allowing all your molecules and every cell in your body to separate from each other and relax. Allowing all the energy to move freely where it needs to move. Allowing the ego to dissolve, and you can become atoms among the atoms in the world. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. Rotate your eyes one direction and the other direction. Turn your head to the left and then to the right. Then wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. And then you can take a deep breath in and stretch all the way as long as you want and can. And from there you can start rubbing your palms and your soles of your feet. Really create heat and prana. And then grab your knees and bring them to your chest. And give a good old stretch. And now you can either rock yourself up, breathing in, going back and out, going up. Or then you can just come to one of your sides and then gently, slowly push yourself up. However you want to do. So, to end the class, I would like to do a meditation for universal healing and peace. We're going to do 3 minutes. It's a kind of cherry on the ice cream or the cake, in the way that we have prepared our system quite a lot, and now we are in a perfect meditative state. We're going to return back to the same kind of mudra, actually. You can have your hands here, or if you prefer, you can also have your hands on your heart, whichever feels more natural. And so, yes, this is a meditation for universal peace. And you can, if you want, send healing thoughts and healing vibrations to anybody you know that is either sick or ill or in distress, or anything that in the world needs healing. But you can also just go into a meditative state and trust the fact that your energy is a beacon. Your energy frequency and the signature is connecting to a specific frequency that is in the universe and in the globe, on this globe. And you're adding to that. You're enforcing it just by chanting this mantra and being in this meditation. So if you don't want to visualize anything or think about anything, you don't have to. So I'm going to start singing and chanting, and you can join me. And even if you just whisper, anything is better than nothing. But if you don't want to chant, you don't have to chant. Just the thought and being here is enough. Taking a deep breath in and out. And now I'm going to start. Ramadasa sa se soham. 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 Ramadasa sa se Ramadasa sa se soham. Ramadasa sa se soham. Ramadasa sa se soham. Ramadasa sa se soham. Last 3 times. Ramadasa sa se soham. Ramadasa sa se soham. Last time. Ramadasa sa se soham. Just stay for here now in the position and just feel the energy. Feel the loving kindness filling yourself, your heart, your soul. Feel how you emanate love, light, and compassion and healing energy. Send those loving kindness, healing energies to those that are in need. Allow yourself to be healed as well. Allow yourself to feel the connection to everything. Feel how you are supported and guided, held and nourished, and never alone. Take a deep breath in now and bring your hands to prayer mudra. And breathe out. Take a breath in and notice the difference from the beginning. Feel how you feel now. And know you can always return to this. Feel how it feels to be home in yourself. And breathe out. Take a deep breath in and bring your eyes to the third eye point. And prepare to soon close this session with a mantra called Sat Nam, truth is my name. And breathe out. And with the next breath, let's chant, and you can join when you feel that when it feels right. 3 times. Long Sat, short Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. 3 times. Sat Nam. 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 Sat Last time. Satnam. Bring your hands to your third eye point. And if you can, bring your palms and your forehead to the ground, to ground the energy and to bow to yourself in gratitude to Mother Earth, to all the sages and wise who have created these practices, to the Gurmukhi language, to the Kundalini practice technology that helps us now. Most of all, thank you for yourself, for taking time to take care of yourself and elevating your being. Sat Nam.